Good afternoon. I'm Emily Scarlett. A frigid morning for today's King Day at the Dome. Temperatures this morning had to climb out of the 20s at times, feeling like the teens. Let's check in with meteorologist Tim Miller with a look at how we'll get through the rest of our Monday. Tim?
Indeed, Emily. It's beautiful outside. Lots of Carolina sunshine, but it indeed is cold.
Thanks for that, Tim. And this is something our First Alert weather team has warned about over the last several days, the chance of black ice on your Monday morning commute. Deputies in Lexington County say a truck skidded off the road and into a ditch after hitting a patch of ice on Hendrick Street this morning. One lane was closed for about an hour as the truck was removed from that ditch. And remember, as we go through these chilly winter months, you can stay up to date with the latest changes in your forecast by downloading the WIS weather app. It's free in your device's app store. Today, the country and the Midlands pauses to remember the life and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And as a Columbia tradition, today a prayer service and march through downtown Columbia to the State House for King Day at the Dome rally. We've got Judy Gadsden standing by live at that event. Judy, I was there at the prayer service. Lots of people out celebrating this holiday.
Much more to come on that, but coming up on WIS tonight, more from King Day at the Dome. And if you want to hear the speeches coming up from the political heavyweights here, Cory Booker and Senator Bernie Sanders, we are streaming it live for you right now on WIS-TV.com. Emily, back to you.
Thanks for that, Judy. And we will continue our team coverage of King Day at the Dome for you throughout this afternoon. A prayer service at Zion Baptist Church in downtown Columbia was the first gathering for this year's King Day at the Dome. That event got started around 8:30 this morning as dozens piled into the church on Washington Street. Ahead of the service, Senators Bernie Sanders and Cory Booker greeted the crowd, taking pictures with several of those in attendance. The ceremony included musical selections by the Prince Hall Grand Lodge Choir. There were also several religious speakers who talked about the importance of continuing Dr. Martin Luther King's message. Following the prayer service, hundreds gathered outside of the church on Washington Street before marching to the State House for this morning's rally. Business leaders, along with local and state officials, were on hand this morning to honor Dr. King's legacy. They gathered for the Columbia Urban League's Keeping the Legacy Alive breakfast in West Columbia. And you can watch today's rally live right now. Just head to your WIS News app or WIS-TV.com for a full list of the day's events. More than 400 people remain out of their homes today, days after officials shut down the Allen Benedict Court apartments following the discovery of several gas leaks. Last Thursday, Calvin Witherspoon Jr. and Derek Roper were found dead in separate apartment units, which prompted a massive inspection of the complex. Right now, officials say they are not linking the gas leaks to those deaths as they wait on autopsy results. Temporary housing, transportation, and meals are being provided to the complex residents who have all been evacuated. And the community is coming together to help out those displaced tenants. The Riverside Community Church is collecting gift cards to hand out to families in need from the Allen Benedict Court complex. For years, that church has worked alongside residents and say helping them out in this time of need was something they never questioned. In Gamecock news now, tonight, South Carolina and Missouri match up on the court. Last year, they settled a dispute out of court between Coach Dawn Staley and Mizzou Athletics Director Jim Sturck. Sturck accused Coach Staley of prompting a negative atmosphere, among other accusations, following the Tigers and Gamecocks showdown inside Colonial Life Arena. He eventually apologized, and Missouri paid Staley a settlement. As for tonight's game, Coach Staley says she's focused on a win, not the past. USC takes on Missouri at 7 tonight at the CLA. And starting today, USC is giving away free tickets to Gamecocks basketball home games to federal government employees affected by the partial shutdown. Just go up to the Colonial Life Arena box office on game day and show your valid federal government employee ID for up to 4 complimentary tickets. This is all new at noon. The Panthers are London bound. The team just announced hours ago players will be heading across the pond next season for the first time in franchise history. They'll be taking on their NFC South rivals, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Dates, times, and venues will be announced later this spring. A group of teenagers from Kentucky in the spotlight for a video that appears to show them taunting a Native American veteran. After the break, the students now pushing back, saying there's much more to the story. Plus, another Democrat throwing her hat into the ring for the 2020 presidential election. The latest announcement coming just hours ago. The King Day at the Dome rally continues right now with speakers on hand to honor the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Let's take another live listen in as Senator Cory Booker just took the stage moments ago.
Let us be dissatisfied until the dark yesterdays of the segregated schools will be transformed into the bright tomorrows of quality integrated education. He said, let us be dissatisfied until men and women, however black they may be, will be judged on the basis of the content of their character, not on the basis of the color of their skin. He called us not to be comfortable, not to get adjusted to injustice.
And that's happening right now at the State House. We're streaming it live. Just head to your WIS News app for that continuing coverage. Well, there are new questions surrounding a viral video showing a group of high schoolers from Kentucky appearing to taunt a Native American veteran as thousands gather for marchers in the nation's capital over the weekend. Ron Allen has more on both sides of this growing controversy.
This video near the Lincoln Memorial igniting outrage.
That is winter in South Carolina. Emily?
And it's definitely feeling like winter. Thanks, Tim. Well, it's time to find your most creative mask and get dialed up for the Contemporaries Ball, a modern masquerade at the Columbia Museum of Art, where the newest gift to the museum will be unveiled as well. Joining me now are Katie Montgomery and Eric Meadows, co-chairs of the ball. Thank you so much for being here today. Tell us about the ball coming up this weekend.
Oh, Emily, we are so excited. We've been having so much fun putting this event together, and it is a modern masquerade, so we encourage everyone to grab their finest mask, go out and find some fun ones. We got these, Hipwazi actually let us borrow these today for this show.
Very nice. Glad I could get involved.
Exactly.
Be sure to get those costumes and masks now. Sounds like a great time. Thank you both for your time.
Thank you.
Well, still to come on your news at noon, a GoPro missing for months is fished out of the water along the coast, covered in barnacles, but still containing family pictures, how the owners were found. All new at noon, a GoPro lost along the coast in July was found just a few weeks ago and has now been returned to its owners. Michael Tushkin says he found the device just before Christmas at Huntington Beach State Park, covered in barnacles and rust, but the waterproof case kept the GoPro itself in perfect condition despite being in the ocean for 6 months. On the device, family photos and a child's soccer photo. The sponsor on that soccer jersey helped Tushkin track the family down. So I'm sure they were pretty happy to have that GoPro back. Probably not expecting to see it back after 6 months.
No, not after 6 months. It's long gone.
Oh, Tim, so cold this morning.
Well, 6 months from now, we won't have to worry about that, right? It'll be the middle of July, or June rather. Yes, indeed. 43 today, 22 again tomorrow, but we're warming up for Wednesday and Thursday.
Well, I'm counting down for that warm up. Really for 6 months from now is what I'm counting down for. Thanks for watching.